DEI is diversity, equity, inclusion. Let's stop saying and typing DEI, the initials, and start saying diversity, equity, inclusion. Write it out. Diversity, equity, inclusion. Say it. Diversity, equity, inclusion. Let's say what we're talking about. DEI has become kind of just a throwaway, but the words are powerful. Let's say them. Diversity, equity, inclusion.
Are these words, diversity, equity, and inclusion, really that powerful? Is that even what the acronym DEI stands for? Or does it stand for didn't earn it? Anyway, this is Red Channels, your humble host, your humble guide on the 2024 Make America Great Again Revenge Tour. Now, before we get into the compilation, please consider giving this video a like, sharing it, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, going down into the description section and subbing to me on Patreon for other benefits or to support the channel monetarily if you so choose. And also a word from our first sponsor, Classic Cut Suits. Classic Cut Suits. Have you looking fresh? Have you looking sharp? Have you styling on the vintage fashion community? Holla at your boy, Classic Cut Suits. Lots of new items for all you vintage fashion freaks and reenacting aficionados up on the site right now. Check it out.
If I have a trans student in my class, which I have had in the past, not only will I refer to them as their preferred pronoun and preferred name, but so will everybody else in the classroom. And that is not indoctrination. That is called respect.
The Trump administration is coming after the neurodivergent community, which includes LGBTQIA and individuals with autism and ADHD. They're coming after our medications that we take so we can function in their system. And this is kind of what that guy did. He did the same thing. He came after the intellectuals first and the queer community and anybody they didn't like, they came after. So them investigating these mental health medications as potential threats is just a way for them to just start rounding us up. Like, I don't know how much, like, I can't even function in my day-to-day life, and everybody else in my life just goes about their life. But I'm at home freaking out because I know that I'm about to be under attack, and I know that my neighbors are about to be under attack, and, like, nobody seems to, it's fine. Read the executive order that RFK is talking about. They want to put us on funny farms, but, you know, they want us to be organic produce farmers. If you have mental health problems, you're going to be an organic produce farmer. And this is real.
This country's getting more conservative. Okay, so when they go low, we go lower. It's time to be your one friend that's too woke. All right? I'm talking 2018, like mid-first Trump presidency levels of woke. Screw a pronoun pin. I want that tattooed onto you, okay? If we don't have they, them tramp stamps by Sunday, we have failed.
Dude, I've already had family members cut me off for being a Trump supporter. There is nothing that will scare us at this point. This is pathetic.
I know a lot of us are embarrassed to be an American today, but just remember, it's more embarrassing to be in a cult. It's more embarrassing to be proud of being in a cult, and it's more embarrassing that the cult leader thinks you're incompetent and you're too incompetent to even care.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd be proud to get burned up in Waco. Koresh had some pretty sick glasses, if I do say so myself.
That you can go into any business and specifically request people who are allies. I just did it. I'm at a Mexican restaurant and I said, hey, I would like to specifically request to be set with somebody who is LGBTQ or trans positive because that's how I'm spending my money today. And if they say, oh, I don't think we have anybody like that, you can leave. You're allowed to do that. This is how I'm spending my money. I'm going to tip fat. So I used to be a waitress. And it's just me. I'm going to tip fat. And, you know, allyship is cool. Anyway, I just want you to know you can do that. You can also walk out if they're like playing Fox News or showing Trump. You can just whoop, you can just walk right out. You're allowed to do that. They can't stop you. There's nothing you need there anyway. Do you really want to be around those people and that vibe? Do you want to eat with that kind of energy going on in the air? Gross. Have a great day.
No, because why are we finding out? I didn't fuck around. I didn't fuck around. The people who voted for Kamala, we did not fuck around because we knew. We didn't have to go through this finding out phase. We knew what was coming. We knew. The difference is the people, the maggots, who voted for their cockroach, who is now in the White House, and the last 24 hours, has he done anything for you? Has he done anything that isn't going to make this country just a country that benefits him and all the other billionaires he surrounds himself with? Has he done anything to make you be like, I'm so glad I voted for him. I'm so glad I voted for a cockroach.
I just unfollowed somebody who I thought was a friend but turned out to be a Trump supporter. Yikes. And no, I don't feel bad for deepening the divide, because that divide is made how deep it is by how deeply stupid Trump supporters are. You have a candidate who incited an insurrection, proving himself to be a threat to democracy. But let's say fuck democracy. You care about the economy. Economic experts warned you against voting for Donald Trump. So the fact of the matter is, you hate people so much, like you care so much about being able to be openly hateful towards minorities, that you were willing to skyrocket the price of living. You were willing to basically just fuck everything up because everybody told you that everything would get fucked up if Trump got elected again. But you love to be hateful so fucking much. And you're so fucking stupid. Why would I want to talk to you? Why would I want to? Like, literally, that's the thing, is like, oh, like, you're going to unfriend people over politics. It's because to have those politics, you have to be a fucking weirdo, okay? You have to care about being able to just say and do whatever you want above all else. Grow up, go to therapy. This is why people hate you. It's your personality. It's not your politics. It's your fucking personality, I promise.
Screw what her experts have said. We had tariffs during the first Trump presidency. That didn't sink our economy. Tariffs, in fact, protect the productive backbone of this country. Millions of blue-collar workers, mill workers, factory workers, oilmen, mining, construction, all other types of manufacturing, protected by tariffs so these jobs don't go overseas. And she is so blinded by the liberal media, she can't even see that.
Reason why Trump moved his inauguration inside. You got to hear this. It has the ring of truth. And I know you MAGAs don't like truth and you don't like facts, but I'm going to lay it on you anyway if you have the guts to hear it. So by now, a lot of you guys have heard that the MAGA chuds are fuming at the fact that Trump is moving his inauguration ceremony indoors, because the MAGA chud traveled. They spent a lot of money and they traveled to attend the inauguration. And Trump said, no, I'm going to move it indoors, which literally leaves these people out in the cold. Now, Trump said he was doing it. He was moving indoors because of the cold. Well, the fact is, there have been a lot of other cold inauguration ceremonies. He's held a lot of rallies out in the cold. Cold is not an issue. And in fact, even the MAGA chuds that went to attend are saying the cold doesn't bother us. We dress for the cold. We have warm clothing. There's no reason to move it indoors. Well, the reason is this. The real reason is this. Trump's team investigated and found that the hotels around the area had huge vacancy rates. What does that mean? That means that his inauguration attendance was going to be minimal. So in order to save face, because he can't take that, his ego cannot take an inauguration where only a few idiots show up. He just can't take that embarrassment. So he moved it indoors. That's the real reason. Now, if you MAGA chuds don't fucking believe me, do your own research. Go online. You can go online right now and Google search the hotels in the area, and you will find nothing but vacancy rates.
You're taking that out of context. I'm neurodivergent. No, see, it doesn't even mean that. Like, it's a different kind of greeting. It's like an old Scandinavian greeting that means like something. Have a great day.
Yet another liberal white woman expressing her unbridled rage about Lord knows what.
Fascism is a white problem caused by white people, and it takes white people to fix it, and white people are the only ones who have no idea what that takes. And there's a lot of well-meaning white leftists and white liberals alike who are going to hit the streets next month and protest and let their voices be heard with their bastardized, whitewashed version of MLK shining in their mind and heart as this beacon of nonviolence. That's not how it's going down, dude. There's different rules now. They're established rules. They're new to you, but they're fucking different, okay? This is how it's going down. You're going to read the protest rules that the city put up because you're a rule follower and you're not going to bring a gun. And you're going to notice that that rule was not enforced for the fucking firing line of open carrying Trump supporters right across the street. Those guys are going to throw shit at you. They're going to attack you. They're going to beat you. They're going to call you names. And if you retaliate, you will get your ass whooped by the cops. If one of them decides to do a little mass pew-pewing and you are carrying and you pull out a weapon to defend yourself and defend the community that you're supporting, cops are going to shoot you. Nothing is going to happen to the guy that opened fire on you guys. You're not a good rule-following white person anymore that nothing bad ever happens to. You're an enemy of the state, and you're going to be treated like that. And I'm honestly scared.
These sort of white liberal Antifa type people's victim complexes actually blow my mind. He's like, you're resisting the police. You're now an enemy of the state. So I wish people like that were enemies of the state. They really should be. They are terrorists. They want no borders, no hierarchy, no order to anything. They're a threat to our society, and they should be treated as enemies of the state. But, this is only wishful thinking in this man's mind, unfortunately. And cue the classic far lefty progressive remark about how liberals admire MLK without truly appreciating how radical he was. In my humble and controversial opinion, MLK was a terrible leader for Black America, and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was 10 times the man MLK ever was.
It's showing inconsistencies. They're showing bumps that don't make any sense. So I'm not a tech person, but there's something wrong with the results. I've felt all along that Kamala was 15 million votes short. She is going to be our next president. I can't wait to welcome her back to the world. We need her. We need Kamala Harris and Tim Walz leading this country. And we can negotiate on the other things that the other side has brought up and meet somewhere in the middle. But right now, and I'm talking about, it's a woman's right to her body, but abortion should not be your primary form of birth control. Got it. We're not all pro-abortion, but we're pro-woman. We need to have really good discussions, and I like to be part of that dialogue.
Liberal boomers like this are so cringe. So unbelievably cringe. This man is in a deep, deep river called denial. And anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like, share it, subscribe. If you haven't already, consider going down into the description section and subbing to me on Patreon. And red channels will, of course, catch you in the next one. And of course, shout out to my patrons, William, General Jack Ripper, and Tara.